Did the old prophets actually meet angels on top of mountains? Or were they highly intelligent beings from a galaxy far, far away? Today, we're taking a look at 3 well-known sightings of UFOs. Because let's face it, we're not alone, and the evidence is everywhere.
In today's video, we'll be taking a look at simulation theory, which is the idea that we're all living in a virtual world. In recent years, this theory has been gaining prominence. There have been many arguments in favor of it, as well as many detractors. If you're excited to explore this concept further, let's get right into the video. Origin of simulation theory. The term simulation theory was first coined by Nick Bostrom in the magazine Philosophical Quarterly. To sum up his argument, it's a theory that the universe and everything in it might be a simulation. Think of it like playing The Sims. To a sim, their universe is as real as it gets, but the player knows it's only a computer game. In the same way, this theory posits that our world is made up of code in an alien computer. Naturally, this claim has generated intense public speculation and debate about the nature of reality. From scientists to conspiracy theorists, everyone is chiming in with their opinions. Even people like Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson have spoken up. Neil suggests that the speed of light may be a limitation of the simulated universe. According to him, if we move any faster, the simulation may not be able to keep up. He calls this hypothesis the light cone. Bear in mind that this simulation theory isn't exactly new, but a modern iteration of old philosophy. It has deep roots in Western and Eastern philosophical traditions, from Plato's cave allegory to Zhuangzhou's butterfly dream. 50-50 chances. So what are the odds that we're living in a simulation? Bostrom, who first came up with the concept, later expanded it in subsequent research papers. He argues that there's a 50-50 chance our world is a simulation running in the far future. Even with the necessary level of technology, humanity may not want to simulate the past. I mean, if the past is the way the world's heading right now, it's probably quite painful to watch. On the other hand, the fact that it's a possibility makes the odds 50-50. But of course, that's assuming humans are the ones running the simulation. For all we know, it could be aliens trying to figure out what happened to humanity, probably long after we've gone extinct from all the wars and climate change. A crazy world. And let's be honest, the world seems to have gone a little crazy in recent years, don't you think? From a gorilla getting shot, to a global pandemic, to political unrest and crazy weather, even a giant ship blocking off global supply chains for a few days caused havoc. Lots of people joke about us being in the wrong timeline with all these surreal events. Maybe it's all part of the simulation, or a glitch. Strange objects. And then there's the strange objects found on Earth and in space. One of them is the comet Oumuamua, which resembles a pen made of stone. Theoretical physicist Avi Loeb suggests that it may be of extraterrestrial origin. While most astronomers believe it's a natural object, Loeb claims this strangely shaped chunk of rock is actually a light sail built by an advanced alien civilization. If the simulation designers are humans, why would they create something so strange and leave it in the depths of space? Perhaps some overworked alien programmer was coding objects in and forgot to remove this artifact. Awareness and glitches. Speaking of glitches, it's quite impossible to prove that we're not in a simulation. After all, if the code is well written, you may not even realize it's artificial. Having said that, even in well-coded programs, glitches do occur. Some detractors claim that with a system this large, it'll be really easy to spot glitches. Maybe someone starts hovering, or falling through the floor, or disappearing for no reason. Bostrom claims any possible glitches could just be explained as mental disorders. This includes things like hallucinations, illusions, and other types of psychiatric problems. If glitches occur outside of that, the aliens in charge likely have fail-safes anyway. All those alien abductions you've heard about, they might be a convenient way to erase memories of the truth. Take Travis Walton's story. On the Joe Rogan Experience show, He claimed he was abducted in 1975 while working as a lumberjack. Walton awoke to short, bald creatures watching him before human accomplices led him away, put a mask over his face, and knocked him out. His story created a media sensation on release, even leading to the 1993 movie Fire in the Sky. The world is too complex. And of course, some critics also argue that there's too much unnecessary complexity in our universe for it to be simulated. Writing complex code requires energy and time. Why would the designers waste resources making our world more complex than necessary? I'm talking about the details on leaves, blades of grass, stuff like that. Of course, a possible explanation is that the universe simulation needs complexity. The aliens could be recreating the circumstances that caused our downfall, or studying history in general. If we were to recreate a historical scene to figure out what happened, you want it to be as detailed as possible. No stone or event left unturned, right? Computational power. Physicists also dispute the simulation theory for another related reason. For decades, we've attempted to simulate our universe fully and failed. As technology advances, the argument is that a fully simulated mirror universe is possible. After all, we've gone from punch card machines to room-sized computers to powerful handheld processors. 40 years ago, the game Pong was considered advanced. Imagine that, a game with only 2 pixels and a rectangle. Now, we have photorealistic graphics, deep fakes, and even virtual reality. It seems inevitable that future civilizations will improve their tech even further. This is pivotal to Bostrom's simulation argument. It depends heavily on future advancements to create a proper simulated universe. This includes our minds and experiences of reality, alongside accurate physics. That's the point of contention for many scientists, though. Their failure to perfectly simulate our world is seen as proof that we're not living in a simulation. Yes, we could reach that level given enough time, but not without massive computing power. But again, we're making a lot of assumptions about the capabilities of these future beings. Humanity may not be able to run it, but advanced aliens most certainly could. DMT, breaking the simulation. While we may not be able to fully overcome the alien simulation, many have peeked behind the curtain with the help of a psychedelic herb called Ayahuasca. Many people who have consumed this herb in tea have had intense visions, seeing things like bright lights and aliens observing them. Curiously, many of the creatures in these reports shared similarities, such as reptilian features and gray skin. Interestingly, some chemicals in ayahuasca are also thought to be produced within the human brain. Sounds rather suspicious, doesn't it? A substance found within our own brains that allows us to break through the universal simulation. Were our brains designed or programmed this way to eventually find the truth? Not possible to prove yet. Many experts prefer not to get involved in the debate over whether we are in a simulation. They believe it's a complete waste of time. Lisa Randall, a theoretical physicist at Harvard University, claims it is mere linguistic floundering for scientists. The physicist Sabine Hossenfelder agrees. She adds that are we in a simulation is an unscientific question to ask. The hypothesis cannot be proven or disproven with current methods. Thus, it's not worth investigating. This may change as monitoring tech improves. Someday, we may be able to peer behind the veil and find our alien puppet masters. Are we living in a simulated universe? Is this reality? Or are we wasting time trying to debate it? It's hard to say for sure, but maybe someday we'll discover the truth. Make sure to comment below what your thoughts are. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to tune in next week.